What is up, YouTube? How's everybody out there doing today? So, as you guys can plainly see, we have Ghost behind us. And if you didn't see my last video that I did on YouTube about Ghost being all messed up and having issues that need tissues, well, please go do me a favor. Go check that out. It's going to be up here somewhere. You can click on the link and check out those previous videos that I've made of Ghost. But basically, this is my 1,000 horsepower 98 Firebird formula, 370 cubic inch Huron Speed Golen engines, 80mm billet wheel BorgWarner turbo, full setup basically. T56 car, real man, stick shift, you know. We don't do that automatic bullshit around this freaking parts here. Midwest chassis, 9-inch rear end with 355 gears. And if you hear some static freaking noise through my damn camera, we're going to fix that here in a minute. We're going to be going old school, guys. So if you're ready, do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do me that right now. The little red toggle thingy somewhere over here. And there's also a bell. Please click on that bell to support the channel and to make sure you are getting the videos coming to you that you want to enjoy. Let's take care of this piece of junk GoPro. This is a GoPro Hero 5. We're going to go over here like this. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to grab this freaking hammer right here because I'm so sick and tired of this freaking camera making noise. We're just going to sit it down like this, and we're going to go ahead and smash it. Alright guys, I'm not really going to smash my Hero 5. It is a piece of shit though, I'm not going to lie to you. This thing has been nothing but just audio problems ever since I've owned it. It's never a good thing. If you guys are looking at doing a GoPro, do not buy a 5, buy a 6. Buy a higher quality 7, maybe, not the 7 white. I heard the 7 white has audio issues as well, but the 5 is just, they're just junk. So basically what you're watching me on right now is my old Hero 4. This is what I've started YouTube with. I literally have used the Hero 4 to start my YouTube channel, and I hope the audio is a little bit better for you guys. I'm sure it will be. Maybe the picture might be a little bit different, but the audio, I know for a fact, the audio on the Hero 4 Silver is so much better than the stupid freaking 5. What a piece of junk that was. But anyways, guys, we do have an update on the Ghost. We have an update, and I want to share that with you guys. So on the last video that I made, I took the intake manifold off, and in that video, it showed a lot of fluid in the number 3 cylinder intake runner. Just E85 piled up, and I was like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? Did I hydrolock this engine? What's going on? But after a little bit more research and comments, obviously a lot of you guys helped me out, I ended up taking the valve cover off, and I'm going to show you. You might see it already, but I'm going to show you what the valve cover revealed. Taking that valve cover off, and here you go, guys. Can you see that? That's a push rod. That's not underneath a rocker like it's supposed to be. Isn't that something, huh? And as you guys can see, this rocker is fucking loose. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all these rockers off. We're actually going to take the passenger side valve cover off as well. We're going to go ahead and we're going to retorque all these rockers down. Obviously, we're going to put that push rod back where it belongs. And then we're also going to Loctite the rocker bolts in place. That way, there's hopefully no chance of these things coming back out again, because I do not want to run into the same situation in the future. I'm pretty sure, and I know I've blamed this on the injectors before, and I understand a lot of you guys are going to comment below and be like, Andy, you're an idiot. You're not a good mechanic. You don't know what the hell you're doing. For the ones that support me, the ones that are in there giving me suggestions on what to check, which I thank you guys a lot. You guys are the real MVPs, to be honest. I want to thank you guys for helping me diagnose this and giving me ideas and giving me things to check on this vehicle. So basically what I'm saying, what we're going to do is we're going to take all the rockers off one side and the other, and we're going to Loctite them all down, put the push rod back in place where it belongs. Then we're going to get the intake on. We're going to torque the intake down. We're going to still check ground wires underneath the back 2 heads. We're going to make sure all the ground wires are nice and tight. And then we're going to fire this pig up. And we're going to see what she sounds like. my guess, if you guys want to know, my guess is the reason why the exhaust pipe was smoking so much was because number 3 cylinder was filling up on the intake with fuel every time I was cranking it, and every time it was running, when it was running and getting hot, that fuel was filling up, because obviously the push rod's not pushing the rocker open to open that intake valve, so there's no way for that fuel to get in. So that fuel is just piling up until eventually it actually goes inside the intake manifold right here, which then obviously goes in this side, which is the passenger side. And honestly, I think that's why the passenger side was running cold, was because that extra fuel on top of the fuel injection on this side was actually feeding over on that side, because it was easier for that fuel to be pushed to this side than it was to go out of the runner and then back into another runner. So with the compression and the air and everything, it was just kind of flipping over and flipping over and flipping over. And obviously the engines leaned back a little bit, so maybe that weight of the fuel was going over and back, making those 2 cylinders colder than the rest of the engine. So I'm hoping that's really what's going on here. So we're going to see here in a minute, guys. I'm not going to bore you with all the aesthetics of taking these rockers out, taking the valve cover off, and torquing everything down. I'm just going to get it done, and then I'll show you, and then I'll come back and show you with the intake on, and then we're going to fire this pig up, and we're going to see if it works. And if it works, we're going for a motherfucking test drive, guys. All right, so all the rockers are Loctited and torqued down to 22 foot-pounds. Both sides. Don't mind the wiring. That's just when I was testing things. We're going to fix that here in a minute. But now we're going to put the valve covers on, the coil packs on, plug the spark plugs back in to the coil packs, spark plug wires back in the coil packs, and get that intake manifold back on this car. All right, guys, we are back at it again. It's actually the next day. I got a little caught up with some stuff on yesterday and I couldn't finish it, but we do have the coil packs on. As you guys can see, plug wires are all in. I'll go over here on the other side, show you. Everything is looking sweet and good. Now all we got to do is put that intake manifold on, and that is it. Once that thing is on and torqued down, we're going to be able to fire this thing up. And I'm going to be very, very happy, to be honest. I think this is going to solve our issues. I did, obviously with the coil packs off and the valve covers off, I did crank the engine over. Made sure everything was out of the cylinders and everything was good to go. Nothing was sounding weird and everything sounded great. So I think we're on the right path here, guys. I really, really do. So let's get this intake manifold on and get ready to fire this sucker up and see what happens. All right, so we got our intake manifold on. Everything's torqued down per specifications. So I'm very happy about that. Next, we're going to be putting on our charge pipe, getting our injectors in, hooking up our little wires that we need to hook up, and vacuum lines, and that's pretty much about it. This thing's going to be ready to start here in a few minutes. All right, guys, so everything's together. We have some loose ends we need to tie up, but nothing crazy. This can be started up right now, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm hoping for the best, guys. I really am. We found that messed up push rod. I'm hoping that was the issue that I was having the entire time. But we're going to find out here soon. I primed the fuel pump, make sure there was no leaks out of the injectors or the lines. Everything there looks great. So I guess let's get in this turd and see what happens. I'm kind of shaking a little bit. I'm a little nervous, but I'm hoping that a simple jumped out push rod from a rocker arm was literally, actually I'm going to turn my fan off here. That way, if I hear anything weird happening, I can actually hear it happening if anything weird is happening. But here we go, guys. First startup after the hopefully major fix on this bird. Dumb shit happens all the time, guys. You know what I mean? Like, you can't think things are gonna run perfect all the time. So here we go. Hope for the best. Wish me luck. Fuel in her, let her warm up a little bit. I already see a difference right there. So I already have good vacuum. warm up. She sounds good. She sounds good. My vacuum's staying up where it needed to be. Before it was like 7, 8. Now it's like 10, which is great. That was exactly where it kind of was before. So we'll just let her warm up a little bit and we'll be back. Alright, update. She's still running good. Sounds a little rough, but I can't honestly remember if that's what it sounded like before. It's been a while since I ran this thing, so it sounds okay. It seems to be working okay. Let's go in and rev it up. Before, I'd rev it up and it would stall. But let's see what she sounds like now. Shut her off, let her cool down. Ooh, buddy. So it looks like we've got the bird back, guys. She sounds good, and it looks like all that was a freaking push rod. I'm telling you guys, sometimes the biggest problems are the simplest solutions. She's not smoking any, well, she's smoking now because I shut her off, but remember she used to smoke pretty good, and I think, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, that was because the push rod was off and fuel was piling up in number 3, and then obviously the path of least resistance would be the other side of the intake, and that stuff was just going over there. But she is running good. The only thing I really got to do is hook up the 2-step again, which I'm probably not going to do today. I'm probably going to just wait. I'm going to go ahead and tape up the coil packs real fast. I do want to take it for a drive just to make sure everything is good to go and working properly. So yeah, so that'll be the next video. Will be the drive. We'll take her out, see how she does, and hopefully have some fun. But there you go, guys. Looks like Ghost is fixed. I'm to say the least, I'm relieved. I'm relieved that Ghost is fixed. Now I got to work on the truck too. But I'm happy Ghost is fixed. It makes me very, very happy. But other than that, guys, if you enjoyed the video, do me a big favor. Give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Instagram, Diablo Formula Racing. Facebook is also Diablo Formula Racing. Deuces, guys.